9:45 p.m. If you can't be at the forum, please catch it on HBO. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony, and we really appreciate HBO's support. Without their support, it's really the best platform to create a star. Chocolatito had so many great fights, tremendous victories, but until he got onto the HBO platform, that's really when he was recognized for the tremendous fighter that he is. It really became a household name, not only here in America, but internationally. We've priced this event very reasonably, tickets starting at $25. They're available at Ticketmaster or the foreign box office. And it's just a very fan-friendly event for all the fans, the media to come down to take a look. We've had Superfly 1, Superfly 2, and next we have the debut of Kazuto Ioka. He's a very famous, very legendary fighter in Japan. This will be his debut, not only on HBO, but in the United States. So we expect some great things. A lot of great fights out of Ioka. His opponent, who had a tremendous victory on Superfly 2, McWilliams Arroyo, he's actually flying in from Puerto Rico. He was supposed to be here. His flight was 3 hours delayed, so he will be here tonight. So for all the media that are going to stay for the show, you can do your interviews with McWilliams Arroyo. He had a tremendous victory over Carlos Cuadras in the last show. So this is one of the spectacular fights of the night, Ioka versus Arroyo. And with that, I'd like to introduce Taku, who's the manager for Ioka, and he can say a few words, and also then naturally we'll hear from Kazuto himself.
Just to clarify, it's Ioka. It sounds Ioka, but it's Ioka.
First, I'd like to thank Mr. Tomorova and HBO for giving me the chance to fight at Superfly 3 and to fight in America. At Superfly 3, I plan to take a big step towards my goal of becoming a 4-division champion, and I plan to show the American boxing fans a great fight that will be exciting. I want to thank Mike Rimas Arroyo for taking the fight. I have respect for your boxing, but I look forward to winning this fight. To all my family, friends, sponsors, management, and most of all, my parents back home in Japan, thank you for your support. Thank you again to 360 and HBO. I want to look forward to being everyone on September 8th at Inglewood or on HBO. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kazuto. We, as I mentioned, we expect great things from him. If this is the first fight of the night, the first fight of the triple header, you know what type of night it's going to be. We've heard so many great things about all of his accomplishments, all of his victories in Japan, and now having his first fight here in the United States. He's going to train here in the United States, so he will be available to do additional media before the fight. We're just honored to have Kazuto on the show, and I think you'll see some tremendous accomplishments from him. And as I mentioned, McWilliams is on his way. He'll be here, and anyone that wants to do a one-on-one interview with him, he'll be available later on today. And also, I want to mention that this will be the first time Kazuto's fighting at 115 pounds at the super flyweight division. So he's moving up for this fight, and this division is so deep and so talented that it's going to be a great night on September 8th. Next, I'd like to move forward to a world title fight. It's for the vacant WBO championship. It's going to see Aston Policte versus Donnie Nietes. Donnie, you'll remember, had also a great win defending his flyweight title, actually on Superfly 3. So that's a great thing about these series is you can mix and match the opponents and the champions willing to fight, tough guys willing to fight other champions, and that's really what we're excited about. So with that, I want to introduce Guy Taylor, who's the representative for Aston Palicte. If Guy, or you know, if you want to say a few words, Guy, on behalf of the promotional company, and then we can have. I think you can, yeah, probably squeeze through over there. It's Aston is promoted by Roy Jones Promotional Company, and we're honored to have Aston on the show.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, HBO. I want to say thank you to Keith Beltran, the CEO of Roy Jones Junior Boxing. And we're going to say thank you to Aston Palicte. We've been with Aston for just over a year now. He made his debut in the States December 2016 in Las Vegas, when he faced at the time the WBC number 5 ranked contender, Oscar Cantu, who was an Olympic alternate. And after that, things just fall into place for him. 115 is the rich division, as we all see. We know that Superfly brings out the very best to the division, as we saw with Chapolito, Cuadras, Estrada, etc. It's a big opportunity for us. We're aware of that, and Aston's looking forward to making the best of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Guy. Once again, Guy is representing Roy Jones Junior Promotional Company. I would like to move to Aston, if you want to say a few words. You know, these are the type of opportunities to be on HBO, to fight for, you know, a vacant world title. It just this is what brings out the best in the fighters, and they know this is a huge opportunity for them, and we're honored to have Aston on the show. Aston, if you want to say a few words.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat. Thank you so much, Sir Keith, Sir Guy, Produce Promotion, HBO, sa manager ko, Jason Su. Ngayon, masaya po ako dahil sa laban na to. Pangarap ko rin po yung maging world champion at tumawag ko ng world championship. So, ito na po yung time na mapakita ko kung anong meron ako sa Aston at sana po supportan niyo ako sa laban namin.
I would like to thank the promoters, 360, and particularly HBO, for giving me the opportunity to be part of this fight. And I'm really happy that I'm being given this opportunity to fight, and I will do my very best to go ahead and get the win.
Thank you, Aston. We're looking forward to that. What can I say? Donnie Nietes has so many championship defenses. Now he's moving up to, this is your 4th division, right, Donnie? 4th division. Both Aston and Donnie will be training at a gym right down the street. There's another great Filipino fighter who has trained there before, Manny Pacquiao. So everyone is familiar with the Wildcard Boxing Gym and Freddie Roach's gym. So again, we're happy that they're both be training here in Los Angeles. And with that, I want to pass the microphone to Donnie to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Pasalamat po ako na binigyan kami ng opportunity ulit na makipaglaban dito sa US sa Superfly card. Pasalamat po ako sa 360 Promotion, HBO po, and sa ABS-CBN, and sa Ala Promotion na makipaglaban ako ulit dito sa US. Magandang laban ito. Pang-apat ko na division, so ipakita ko talaga na magandang result na laban namin. Thank you so much.
I'm happy to be given this opportunity to fight. I'd like to thank the 360 Promotions and my promoter, Ara Promotions. And it's a big opportunity to be fighting in this event. And I'd like to thank everyone for the opportunity to be in this event.
Thank you, Donnie. That being the co-feature, it's going to be a Filipino rivalry for the vacant title. The main event, we have a Mexican rivalry between Felipe Ordoputa He's promoted by Promociones del Pueblo, Osvaldo Quicle, and Juan Francisco Estrada, who had a tremendous performance against Sister Cat on Superfly 2. Juan wanted the immediate rematch for the WBC title. Sister Cat is, he had a fight in Thailand. He wants to make a title defense in October. And so hopefully next year we can do the rematch. And right now, Juan and Felipe it'll be a official final elimination. The winner will become mandatory once again for Sister Cat, sanctioned by the WBC. So with that, and I want to introduce Juan Hernandez, who's Estrada's manager. Juan, do you want to say a few words first? And also, I need to point out that I almost forgot that Tony is promoted by Ala Promotions. We have a very good relationship with Ala Promotions in the Philippines, and naturally, Juan Francisco Estrada is promoted by Zanfra Promotions, who's here represented by Juan Carlos Torres. So, Juan, do you want to say a few words on behalf?
Sure. Yeah, thanks, Tom. Thank you all for joining us here and supporting the Flyweight series. We're very grateful to HBO for having Estrada be the headliner for this Superfly 3. He's actually the only fighter to be part of all of the Superfly shows so far. Like Tom said, Estrada actually wanted the rematch. He would rather have the rematch on Superfly 3. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it happen, but hopefully it'll be part of Superfly 4. Estrada had actually asked me if I could try to help him avenge his 2 losses here in LA, one against Silsaget, which hopefully he can as part of Superfly 4. And then he also asked me to try and help him avenge his loss against Chocolatito Gonzalez when they fought in 2012, which was another war. I also want to say thanks to Roman Gonzalez for opening the gates to the smaller weight classes. It's because of him that HBO took an interest in the smaller fighters and started the Superfly series. And we thank him and his team for giving Estrada the opportunity to fight him back in 2012. And we're just excited to be here. Estrada's very committed to this fight. He's actually training in altitude in Mexico City. He's here just for a day and a half and then goes back to training because he knows that this is a tremendous challenge. There's no way he can lose this fight because then he would pretty much lose the opportunity to fight Silsaget again. So he knows how serious this is. Thank you all again for coming. And I'll hand over the microphone to the only fighter to be part of the all 3 Superflies as of now, Juan Francisco El Gallo Estrada.
Buenas tardes, pues estoy muy contento de estar aquí en Los Ángeles, muy contento de formar esta cartelera Superfly 3. Pues agradecer a mi empresa Latin Sport, a mi promotor Juan Hernández, a la empresa que está haciendo posible esta función, 360 Promotion, gracias por la oportunidad. Pues es una oportunidad más porque pues es una eliminatoria hacia la revancha, ¿no? que pues mucha gente espera, que nosotros esperamos como peleadores, y pues estamos echándole las ganas para ganar esta pelea y pues ir por la revancha contra Silsaget Bisay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming to the press conference. I'm very excited to be here. I want to thank my promoters. I want to thank 360 for giving me the opportunity of headlining the show. I'm training extremely hard for this, and I'm going to be ready for the fight.
Pues ahorita estamos ya pues a un mes de la pelea y estamos entrenando duro. Estamos en el Estado de México, en Toluca, en la altura, para que no haya dudas, no haya nada de pretextos. Estamos entrenando duro para ganar contundentemente esta pelea, que vamos contra un mexicano que pues también quiere ganar, y pues estamos entrenando duro para salir con la mano en alto. Muchas gracias.
We're about a month away from the fight. Right after this press conference, I have to get ready to head back to my training camp up in the mountains over by Toluca, because I know how important this fight is, and I know I need to have an impressive showing, just to continue being a part of the series. Thank you all.
Thank you, Juan Francisco. We're happy to have you back. And Juan, it's good that you pointed that out. It's true. El Gallo is the only fighter to be on all Superfly series, so he's always an exciting fight, and we're excited to have him come back now. He's headlining the show. As I mentioned, it's a final eliminator for the WBC World Championship, and the winner will go on to then get that opportunity again. We want to thank Tecate. You see the logo right here, but Tecate will be the title sponsor for Superfly 3. And also, on September 8th, for HBO, it'll have the installment of Fight Game Special with Jim Lampley. And that's what I think Tony Walker was going to mention, that 1 week before the big Triple G and Canelo fight, Superfly 3 will be a great entree and a great lead into that fight. And then afterwards, after the show, HBO is going to show the fight game special. So with that, what I was alluding to with September 15th, Chocolatito Gonzalez, everyone is asking me, when is Chocolatito going to fight again? He's such a fan favorite here. Fans give him tremendous support. He sold out the StubHub Center when he had the fight there. He's been on so many great shows together with Triple G at Madison Square Garden, at the Forum. It's just really tremendous performances. And so now we can officially announce that Ramon Chocolatito Gonzalez will be fighting September 15th in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena, one of the greatest venues in the world. Has the biggest fights in the world. So with that, again, we're honored to have him here at this media lunch. I want to introduce Carlos Blandon, his manager from Nicaragua, and Chocolatito is promoted by Mr. Honda and Titan Promotions. And with that, Carlos, if you want to say a few words, and then we'll have Juan speak as well.
Thank you, Tom. Just want to say thank you to everyone. First and foremost, God. Thank you to Tom and 360 Promotions, our promoter in Japan, Mr. Honda from Taken Promotions, HBO, and just all the great fighters that we have here. We've known for Juan El Gallo Estrada for a while now. We had an incredible match, like Juan's mentioned. It was definitely one of the best fights in Ramon's career. We're definitely looking here some way in the future to make that rematch happen. You know, Don Iñetes from the minimum weights also, and also Katsuko Yoka, which is a great champion in Japan, which is our second home. And we admire all of them and all the other great champions of Superfly. We really think that this is a great program, and we just feel blessed to be part of it, and to have an opportunity to be back here in the States, fighting again and finishing camp. And just want to thank everyone for supporting us and for making the comeback for Ramon a great one.
Hola, muy buenas a todos. Dios me los bendiga. Agradecerle una vez más a HBO por darme la oportunidad nuevamente de pelear una pelea llena de Golovkin con Canelo. Me siento motivado de pelear en esa misma velada. Estoy con ansia nuevamente de volver nuevamente y ser campeón. Y estoy feliz, pues, entrenando fuertísimo para ganar, pues. El 15 de septiembre vamos con un mexicano y, pues, primeramente Dios, vamos a salir con una mano en alto con ese entrenamiento que tengo con mi equipo de trabajo, pues, ha sido excelente y, pues, esperando en Dios que todo salga bien.
Thank you very much. I want to thank God. I want to thank HBO, 360 Promotions, Taker Promotions. It's great to be back here. It's a great opportunity to be able to fight again and to be received by so many people. We feel happy with the fight, and we're looking forward to train very hard and to get a W on September 15th. And we're just happy to be back once again. Thank you to all.
Gracias a cada uno de los medios de comunicación que son ustedes. Pues, igualmente invitando a la gente, a los fanáticos del boxeo que no se pierdan esa pelea y pues bendiciones para los campeones que tengo aquí sentados en esta humildemente en este asiento, para mí es una bendición y que le deseo suerte y que Dios los bendiga.
Wants to wish good luck to all the champions that he has next to him, sitting with him, and he wishes everyone the best, and may God bless you all, and see you soon on September 15th.
Thank you, Chocolatito. Definitely legend in the sport of boxing. One of the greatest champions I've had the honor to work with, and as I mentioned, everyone's excited to see him again September 15th. You know, it's a tremendous day today. We have the Hollywood Fight Nights tonight here from the Avalon. The disco ball is still spinning up there from, I think it's still hanging from the 70s up there, but it's a historic building. And you know, then the Superfly 3 at the Forum, and then naturally Triple G and Canelo fighting September 15th in Las Vegas. So we appreciate everyone coming out. We appreciate all the champions being here. We're gonna, Bernie can pose the fighters. We'll take a group photo together, you know, with all these tremendous fighters up here tonight. Thank you again for coming out.
Hermano. Permiso. Oh, perdón. Está bien. Running off 1 minute, Steve. Well, you should have stopped it. Now separate the press conference from the face off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 4 minutes left in the thing total. Okay, I got you.
Unfortunately.
Should I go to the front? Alright guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and the one-on-ones will come soon. Appreciate you guys. Also got a one-on-one with Chocolatito earlier, and I'll get some with Gaio and Yeta, so check that out on the YouTube soon. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.